So from one national treasure, comedy legend, to another, Jim Davidson, your response?
Well, how wonderful to see a great comedian on GB News.
Yes!
And he's got John Cleese with him.
Stop.
No, seriously, John, get a grip. I mean, if you look at Monty Python, I was working with a comedian the other day, and he said, all those middle-class people all getting together trying to work out that they're university funny, you know, and, well, I thought the coronation was fantastic. Yeah. I thought it was just... I just thought the whole thing was brilliant and showed out. And I went to the funny concert.
The one at Windsor?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Well, you could have come, because I've been dumped. I had a spare seat.
Thank you for the invite, Jim. I would have been there in a flash. I would have been your hot date. People would have started rumours, Jim.
Ladies and gentlemen, swipe me to the left. No, it was fantastic.
Was it great?
It was great. And there was a bit where everyone stood up when Lionel Richie sang All Night Long. And from the roll box, up a millisecond later, who didn't want to stand up and dance, was the King. Ding! Up he come, with his little flag. And the Queen said, "There's Jim Davidson there." And I looked at the King and I went, "What are you doing?" And he looked at me and pointed, and we both made eyes, you know, like girls do on a dance floor, and we were dancing with one another. It was the greatest moment. If my mother could have been there.
She would have been
it was great. I thought the whole thing took my breath away. It took my breath away. And we can do things great. Not only can we do pageantry, we can party.
And we should be proud, shouldn't we?
We should be proud.
I had to ask you about Princess Anne's choice of hat, because was it purposeful? Because it completely blocked out Prince Harry from view, Jim.
Have we got a picture of it?
Yes, there it
is. Look.
Goodness me.
And it sort of matches his hair. You never wear red when you're ginger, do you? So I think she blocked him out. What do you think about Harry? I think he walked in looking slightly embarrassed. Yeah. Was he ashamed of himself, or was he thinking, I don't want to be here? Was he throwing Teddy out the pram?
Well, I got the sense that in the Abbey, there was a real cold air towards him at this moment when he walked in.
But nobody booed. They said they'd boo him.
Yeah, there was no boos inside the Abbey. Maybe that would have been different if he'd bought Meghan.
Maybe it would have been different. And there was that woman called Ogiolib.
Oh, what did you make of that?
She was from Brigadoon, wasn't she? That Scottish film of an island that turns up every now and then. She said they looked terribly white. Yeah. I think that's inflammatory. Yeah. But they do look terribly white. Yeah. I saw the Nigerian royal family once. They looked very black. Yeah. Beautifully black. Yeah.
It was the use of the word terribly for me.
Was it?
Yeah, because what's that about? What's terribly white?
Terribly doesn't mean terrible, though.
No, well, to me, I
you can if you don't like her.
Look, at the end of the day, people on the other side
of
the argument throw racism claims around all the time. Yeah. So if they're going to do that, then you have to be consistent with it. Yeah. And a lot of ethnic minority folk who have had on the show actually agree.
Do you know that she played in an all-women of colour production? She played Edward II or something. Yeah. What's going on in the world? I'm going to play Nelson Mandela in the next film.
But you know what? There is hope.
What we want.
There is hope, because Bud Light sales have plummeted faster than you can say Dylan Mulvaney. This is absolutely bizarre. Well, that's not bizarre, actually. I think it's something to celebrate. In the months since the Bear Giant launched that disastrous and very bizarre campaign, their sales have dropped 21.4%. And it's also the other brands connected to it. Budweiser itself suffering an 11.5% fall. So do you think finally, Jim, these businesses might wake up to the idea of go woke, go broke?
I think they should do. Anyway, Bud tastes like... I'm not a great fan of Bud beer. Foreign beer. I don't like foreign beer. Really? I'm English. I like Carlsberg.
I like Bud.
Do you like Bud? Really?
But I'm boycotting it now.
Are you boycotting it? Why? Because that young person that young person as well was advertising sports bras, but had no breasts. Yeah. So there's hope for me advertising underpants.
Oh, God, we're not even going to go into that. We're not going to delve into that, Jim.
Noddy's got his hat on, chaps.
No, but I'll tell you why, for me, I'm boycotting it. It's not actually because of Dylan Mulvaney. I mean, it's not Dylan Mulvaney's fault that they got the job. It's because of the arrogance of a company saying, we don't give a damn about the people who've bought us for years and years and years. We just want to appeal to these horrible wokesters at
Where's
universities.
it going to end? Who says enough is enough? People power doesn't seem to be enough.
Yeah.
It's
But that's why I
GB
wish
News
people would...
and you... People like me...
On Ustream?
On Ustream, we're waving the flag, but no one seems to listen.
Well, I just wish folk would turn off ITV now. Actually, I genuinely mean that. It's like, this is a company that isn't about freedom of speech.
No, it's not.
That is race baiting. And I actually think, use your remote. You know, just use your remote. If you're annoyed about this, stop watching and come over to GB News. But look, Jim, America's favourite Hollywood actor, Tom Hanks...
What's he done now?
I'm happy with him. I'm really happy with it.
What's he done?
He has said that he will boycott these books that have been rewritten for modern sensitivities. So, you know, they did it for Roald Dahl, who's one of my favourite authors the other day. They updated his books. And the Forrest Gump star has basically said, no, I'm only reading the books if they're the originals.
Well, good.
He's right, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I think people changing it. I watched the Dam Busters the other day, and they changed the name of Guy Gibson's dog. Now, I know it could be deemed as offensive by some, but you can't change history. Now, I haven't read a great... The last book I read was Janet and John, Book 2. And I think I was about 7. Now, they might change that now.
That was the last book?
Yeah, I don't read a lot of books. No, I don't. No, I don't string words together. No, I read a lot of books. I'm just trying to be facetious. You can't alter books. Why should you need to alter books? Do you remember back in 1938 when Hitler burnt all those books? I mean, what is going on? What is going on?
Indeed, because actually...
He must have thought he was doing the world a favour as well, like these loonies.
Yeah, indeed. And actually... you shouldn't even burn Hitler's book because it's important for history to be able to understand.
I've never read any of his books. No, I thought he was a terrible... He was a good painter, apparently.
He was a very
One apartment, 2 coats.
Now, look, Jim, Robert De Niro has become a father again.
Good for him.
At the age of 79.
Good old Bob.
So this is his 7th child.
Well done, Bob.
He said it was planned and came as no surprise. Do you think 79 is too old to become a father, Jim?
I think it's too old to attempt to have a child. Seriously.
Never too old to attempt that.
Listen, mate, I'm 70 this year. Nothing down there works at all.
Well, I don't believe
I'm actually becoming transsexual because I'm growing boobs and this is now countersunk. Obviously, I don't look at my... Did you see that film E.T. when he was lying in the water? Yes. Like that? That's me in the bath now. I have to turn the light out. But I'm thinking Bob De Niro. Bob's a great actor.
Yeah, very
Bob.
good.
I call him Bob.
Very good. You're tight.
Yeah, we're like that. That's me there. And I think, I don't know how he did it. He must have took a 20-year-old to bed with a set of jump leads.
Oh, God. Jim Davidson, on that note, please stop.
Don't invite me again.
Really
the ratings have just gone like that.